US. We're going to talk about crypto and all the good things going on right now. Reasons why everyone should be so bullish. Reasons that you should be very excited right now if you're in this space, that you're so early and getting ready to see things take off. So today I want to cover various topics that went on during the past week, including some Cardano news, Bitcoin ETF news, and all of that. So guys, stay tuned, and if you like the content, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Definitely help the channel grow. Appreciate your time. So let's get into it and see what we got here. So if we look at the crypto space currently, this is according to CoinMarketCap, we see that the market cap right now is 1.27 trillion, so almost up 1%. We see Bitcoin dominance at 53% and ETH dominance at 17%. According to CoinMarketCap, we have a fear and greed. We're at 71% or 71, so that's greed. Weeks back, we were at neutral and even fear. So it's good to see that things are looking up and up and people are bullish, feeling happy about what's going on in the space currently. Bitcoin remains at number 1, ETH number 2, BNB at number 4, even with all the FUD, and they're presenting or attempting to present some new charges against CZ. Bitcoin is still, or BNB is still holding its ground. XRP still, at 55 cents, still number 5. And we have Solana at number 7, 8 Cardano, Dogecoin number 9, Tron at number 10, Chainlink's at number 12. We see Polygon out of, at one point it was close to in the top 10, now it's at 13, and so on. So if we look at the top winners and losers of the week, and this is according to CoinGecko, right? We see that Bitcoin is the winner, high of 34, and versus ETH at 1800. So that's good. ETH got up to 1800. It was staying at that 1500 range for the longest. 1500, it would touch 1600, then back to 1500 range. So nice to see ETH come up a little bit. Bitcoin, as we know, went up to a high of 34,000. Things are still going to be on the up and up with them. But the top altcoin gainers is Pepe, believe it or not. Pepe came up from the dead, up 72%. Mina and Floki. Ain't that crazy? So it looks like altcoins, the meme coins are the ones that took off this week. And the top losers, we have Bitcoin SV, Toncoin, which I talked about in the past video, and Trust Wallet Token. So that's your winners and losers of the week. Now, if we look at the top trending coins, according to CoinGecko, this is for the week, Chainlink is number 1. The CCIP factor, top utility, top oracle in the space. You can't deny Chainlink. ETH again for the utility, top L1. Gala, believe it or not, number 3. Aptos, Near Protocol, we like here. Dogecoin, looks like Internet Computer Stacks, Apecoin, Filecoin, Monero. Flow is up there, top 20. Dion, never heard of that one before. Toncoin, we talked about on this channel. Sandbox, Metaverse Play. KuCoin, Caspa, we talked about on this channel. Pepe, number 21. Polygon, 23. Polkadot, wow. Avalanche, 25. Mantle, USDC, Curve, Bitcoin SV, and the Lido Staked Ether. So those are the top 30 coins for the week. Top 10. This is the top 10 coins looking at the price action from the beginning of the year to now. This is basically fourth quarter of the year. And we see Bitcoin is the top with 106%. Actually, it's not the top. The top is going to be Solana. Solana is up 214% from its price in January 2023. Big supporter of Solana on this channel. ETH is up 50%. We see BNB down 8%. XRP up 64%. ADA is down 20%. And trust me, I think it's a good deal, although ADA is coming up to 30 cents now. Still, do not sleep on ADA. ADA is going to melt faces come this next bull cycle. ADA is a slow mover. We all know that. And when it's time to, altcoin season hits, ADA will benefit as well. ADA has a lot of things going for it. Doge down 13%. We're still seeing to see what Elon's doing with X. He did mention that he wanted that to be a financial app as well. We know he's a big fan of Doge. I believe deep in my heart that he will incorporate Doge in there. And if that happens and it corresponds with the bull cycle, Doge can pop as well. Tron, Justin Sun Project, we don't talk about that on this channel. Toncoin down 1%. And Link up 105%. It's very nice. So if we look at the coin shares, according to coin shares, they posted the weekly inflows, 66 million. 66 million weak inflows, right? Where did all that money go? Where did the institution, where did smart money put their money in the crypto space? So 55 of that, 55 million went into Bitcoin. And then you have outflows, believe it or not, of ETH. They're taking the money out of ETH, 7.4 million, and 15.5 million went into Solana. Very, very, very interesting. So that's the money that's coming into the space right now. It looks like, according to this, two major players got it this week, and that would have been Bitcoin and Solana. Next, let's take a look at daily active addresses for the top chains here. And we see that Near Protocol, daily active addresses, 824,000 as the winner. That's pretty impressive. Bitcoin, number 2, 715,000. Polygon, 324,000. ETH, 312,000. Solana, 213,000. Sui, 57,000. Aptos, 49,000. And Cardano, 34,000. We have Cosmos at 33,000 and Avalanche C Chain 31.3. And then Phantom, even with all the FUD, they still have active addresses of 21,000. I have a Phantom vehicle Phantom video coming out this week. You know, they had two big hacks, and it's causing a lot of FUD with the Phantom project as well as prices. The prices depressed, come down a lot considerably. Is Phantom still a good buy? And that's something I want to take a look at, and I'll make a video about it. Next, let's take a look at the total value lock on these chains. We see ETH still number 1 with 22.2 billion total value locked. Arbitrum, 1.8 billion. Polygon, 761 million. Optimism, 646. Avalanche up there. So outside of ETH and the L2s, the next top L1 with the total value locked is going to be Avalanche. Avalanche is pretty big. 539 million total value locked. Right under that, Solana has some momentum. They are 380 million. If we go down, let's look at Cardano. Cardano is up too. Our Cardano has increased 200 million total value locked. So we like to see that. All right, let's take a look at inflation. If you look at my channel, you see any of my shows, any of my streams, you know that I'm a big proponent of watching these inflation numbers because, you know, you can have good technology, good things going on, but if the whales or whoever, the founders are just flooding the market with more coins, your price can never really go that way because they keep flooding it and it's bringing it down. So we got to look at this. So if we look at the next unlock, we see Solana 2.5 million. Then we see Doge, nothing's going on there. Matic, nothing. And it's good to look to see that the total unlocked is 100% of Matic. So I don't think anything else is coming out with Matic. Correct me if I'm wrong. AVAX, we see 55%. So you still have another 45% still to be coming out into the market. And as far as AVAX go, we see another 106 million is going to be circulating or coming back into the market. So that's price suppression. Then you have Atom, Cosmos. We have just 1.1, so that's not too bad. Looking here, Aptos, 166 million. Sheesh. Optimism, you have 33 million. Near, you have 521,000, which isn't too bad. Injective, I like Injective. You see 96.3 is unlocked, so the inflation won't be too bad. They do have another unlock coming of 50.7 million, and so on. Let's look at Phantom. I like Phantom. You see that 98.6 is pretty much all of it's out there. Not that much inflation. Flow, you have 1.4 million coming out. ApeCoin, look at that, 21.5 million. And then you still see that there's another 44 that still needs to be put into the market. So there's a lot of price suppression for Ape. And so on. But this is from Tokens Unlocked. If you're ever interested and you want to see this type of stuff, see if your favorite project has some inflation concerns, take a look at it. Next, we see 15 trillion will be inflowed into Bitcoin if spot ETFs or when spot ETFs are approved, according to Glassnode founders. And I totally agree with that. Then we see that the pending spot ETFs, we have ARK plus 21 shares, BlackRock, which is the big one, Bitwise, Invesco, WisdomTree, Valkyrie, VanEck, and Fidelity. VanEck recently came out, their asset fund manager, believing that Solana is their L1 of choice, and they say in 2030, Solana can, it's a ridiculous price, but they think Solana could be up to $3,000 per SOL in 2030. And I posted a video yesterday about that. But these are the pending spot ETFs that are, we believe, all will be approved hopefully by the end of this year, but definitely by 2024, which will coincide with the halving. And that's why they believe that that type of flow, cash inflow into Bitcoin can happen. And I agree with that 100%. This is the BlackRock spot ETF ticker. iShares Bitcoin Trust has been listed on the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation. BlackRock holds a lot of money. They have a lot of power. And if they're already doing this, you already know that it's a green light. They're just waiting, going through the professionals and procedural measures, but pretty sure this will happen. And once that happens, be a deck of cards, all the other ones will follow as well. So good things to come for the space. Bitcoin runs the market. And as soon as Bitcoin gets higher, all this money is going to be flowing into the space. And all your favorite projects, as long as they're good ones, should be prosperous as well. Another big thing. This is why I know that, people are starting to get excited about Bitcoin, the spot ETFs, and the space in general. If we look at Whale Alert, look at all the money as far as Tether leaving cold wallets, going back into the exchanges, Binance and Kraken. That means that they're ready to buy. Chances are they're not leaving, taking their money out the cold wallets and putting it onto exchange. They're doing it to buy something. And what do you think they're going to buy? Chances are Bitcoin is probably going to be top priority. ETH. We already know smart money is going into Solana, probably Solana as well, Chainlink, and who knows. But all I'm saying is that there's a ton of money that's going to be coming into the space. It's going to be related to the spot ETFs. It's going to be related to the halving. Things are going to be great, guys. I'm just telling you, just keep the faith, keep DCAing into your favorite projects, and we will be sitting pretty come a year and a half, maybe even sooner than that. But here, look at this. You see 251 million USDT transferred from wallet going to Binance. Another 520 million leaving, going to Binance. 60 million leaving, going to Kraken. 60 million leaving, going to Kraken. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be crazy. Next, let's take a look at inflation. Why I got into the space to begin with. Just looking about stuff and learning about money, learning about inflation, just seeing the spending power of the fiat, the dollar that we have, just not buying as much as it used to 10 years ago, even 4 years ago, had me concerned. And so I thought about, I was always investing in the stock market. Then I was like, is there something better? Kept looking and hearing about Bitcoin. After I did my research, I was thinking there's nothing better to preserve your purchasing power. Bitcoin is it. And other people are starting to realize this too. But according to eCoin metrics here, take a look at this. The median U.S. wage is keeping up with the average inflation, but is falling behind on key categories. So over the last 20 years, look at this. Median wage in the U.S. plus 69%, which is nice. That's very, very good. But look at housing prices, up 75%. Food and beverage prices, up 75%. I can attest to that. I have little kids, and from time to time, although I don't want to, they want Happy Meals. And the price of a Happy Meal now is almost $10. Can you believe that? Almost $10 for a Happy Meal. And then you have childcare costs. If you have little kids, you know what that's all about. Daycare, after school care. It is not cheap. Plus 125%. And I'm sure that's like that worldwide, not only in the US. College tuition up 175%. There are people in their 30s and 40s still paying for student loans. It shouldn't be that way. Then you have hospital healthcare services up 200%. Now let's backtrack. Median wage only increased 69%. Now, if we look at the Bitcoin halving, where we're at right now, according to this, you see that we're here. And if we look at this chart, where are we headed? Where are we headed? So right now the price is 34,000. Yes, it's high, but where it's going to be even higher. And I just talked about all the money coming in. So be prepared. Strap on. Things are going to get crazy. Now, If we look at this, according to Charlie Bayo, if we look at the exchange or the total returns of Bitcoin for the last 10 years or since 2010, you see it's crazy. 2010 up this amount, 55,000% or 555, you know what I'm trying to say. 5,507%, 35% in 2015, up 125% in 2016, 2017 up 1,300%. Here was a bear market. 2019 up 95%, 2020 up 301%, 2021 up 66%, 2022 up 65 or down 65%, bear market. And we're not even here yet in the peak of the bull market, but we're up 103%. In contrast, if we look at the S&P 500, right, for the last 10 years or so, let's just take a look at 2019. You would have been up 28%. 2020, 16.2%. And then 2021, 26%. And then here they had a bear market, just like Bitcoin, minus 19%. And then here, up 7.24%. So you saw the Bitcoin numbers and you saw S&P numbers. You tell me which one gives you the best gains. U.S. court issues mandate for grayscale ruling, paving way for SEC to review spot Bitcoin ETF. They've already lost, right? SEC already lost. They have no choice at this point but to go ahead and approve it. The only thing they could do is delay it for whatever reason, but at the end of the day, it's inevitable. It's going to be approved. Next, Cardano. Whales are starting to accumulate, plus 16%. This is according to a graph sent by Sentiment. Ethereum, they're also looking to accumulate, up 14%. And Bitcoin, obviously, up 20% in 7 days. Whales are increasing. They know where the space is headed. They are gathering. Next, we look at Cardano and developers. Look at the higher developers as far as all these projects go. Cardano is top of the list, followed by Polkadot, Kusama, Hedera, and so forth. But Cardano, please don't sleep on it. It's still a sleeping king. Cardano will melt faces come the next bull cycle, I do believe. Next, we see 100 billion or $100 trillion in deposits exit U.S. banking system in 3 weeks as Fed survey says banks face financial stability risk. And they cite some of these things are the banking sector has stabilized since the period of acute stress earlier this year, but there are risks of renewed deposit outflows given that large portions of deposits remain uninsured. Also, many responders continue to link risk of reemerging banking sector stress to potential losses of commercial real estate exposures, particularly among smaller and regional banks. And then also the commercial real estate sector as a potential trigger for systematic stress amid high interest rates and declining demand for office space due to the shift to a hybrid work environment. So people are taking money out of the banks, and I wonder where they're putting it. Next, we have Kraken. Kraken will begin to share or have been sharing user data with IRS next month following the June court order. So Kraken will share user data with the IRS next month following the June court order. I already said that, but data concerns U.S. users with transactions exceeding 20K from 2016 to 2020. IRS will be looking at you, so hopefully you did everything right and you filed. If not, don't be surprised to get a letter from them. Also, Kraken is suspending trading for USDT and these others here in Canada. According to customer emails, the changes will go into effect starting November 30th. So if you have Kraken in Canada, beware. Try to get your stuff off of there. And then UK to launch digital securities sandbox in Q1 of 2024. We already know that UK is in their introductory phase for introducing CBDCs. And this is probably why this happened. Buy Bitcoin search queries on Google surge 826% in the UK. People know the deal. They know they don't want CBDCs. They don't want things being tracked. They want to self-sovereign and bank themselves and just do away with the system. And I don't disagree. But over there in the UK, guys, you know, if I lived in the UK, I'd be trying to accumulate Bitcoin right now. Solana's largest DeFi protocol, Marinade, starts blocking UK users. And this is due to compliance concerns. UK is going through some regulation issues right now with crypto, and that's probably why. So they have Marinade Finances blocked users in the UK from accessing the site due to compliance concerns over the Financial Conduct Authority regulations. So that's what's going on over there. Then we have bankruptcy issue in the U.S. High interest rates is causing a lot of stress with some businesses, and we're seeing some businesses close, filing bankruptcy. Even individuals as well. With the high interest rates, a lot of people putting things on credit card. And this whole video, the theme was purchasing power, and Bitcoin is something that can offset that and help protect your wealth and your purchasing power. But it's sad to see. But that's what's going on here in the U.S. And I'm sure this is not a U.S. problem only. And then they say that we got the gross domestic product went up 4.9% in the U.S. over the quarter. I don't know how that is, but that's what they're saying. But that all fuels a little fear for Jerome Powell and the Fed, because they are going to meet this week. And the thing is, they're trying to decide if they're going to hike interest rates another quarter point. Right now, the markets are saying no. They're just going to keep it at 99.9%, no change. And 0.1 believes that they may even cut. I don't think that's going to be the case. If anything, I think they'll pause. But it's something to keep an eye on. Obviously, macro and everything, it affects investments and how we invest and just everyday living conditions. So, guys, that's what this week had to offer, this past week had to offer in crypto. I'm excited for the future. I hope you are too. I hope you liked the video. Again, keep DCAing into your favorite projects. Don't stop. The halving's coming. Don't let that deter you. Just keep DCAing, and come time, we'll all know when it's time, we'll be celebrating. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for spending your time with me. Until next time. Bye.